Hi, quick before we get into the video, I'm sorry I don't want to be that guy, but I am going to be doing a permanent Phoenix giveaway this Friday at 10 a.m. EST. So please, if you guys, if you're clicking on the video for the first time, don't miss out on this. I feel like I do giveaways all the time, bro. Do not miss out on this. I'm going to be doing also a physical fruit giveaway, Phoenix fruit physical fruit giveaway. I just have to trade for one. But right now I'm kind of broke on fins though. I only have like 500 fins, so I'm gonna have to get some more fins as well. But yeah, massive giveaway this Friday at 10 a.m. EST. Don't miss it. Let's get right into the video. Hi, I'm Lucky, and today we are back to you guys, back again in Game Legacy. I am tired as heck, bro. I feel like I've been going the entire week, but today I'm back to you guys with another freaking video, and today we are going to be making a sword tier list for update 8. A lot of people have been requesting one. Also, sorry about the sound incident on last video, because yeah, I just made a mistake in the editing, and for like a part of the video, more so than for a minute and a half or a minute or so in the fruit tier list video, there was like you couldn't hear my voice. It was just like a lot of sound, right? So I feel like I should probably remake that video, so let me know if you guys want me to remake it. I mean, the video is doing well, so I'm not too sure if you guys are just bearing with it, but let me know. I'm gonna try not to make that mistake in this video, so yeah. But anyways, you guys clicked on this video to see a sword tier list, so let's get straight into it. This sword tier list is gonna be strictly, and I mean strictly, grinding. Alright, as it relates to PvP, if you guys want to see a PvP sword tier list, go on someone else's channel. Me personally, I don't really like PvPing in Game Legacy at all. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So early game katana, the jetter is actually not bad actually. I'm not sure jetter isn't even a common anymore. Is it still a common? I'm not like 1000% sure if the jetter is still a common. Yeah, it is still a common. It's crazy. It isn't bad for grinding though. I feel like low key, like early game, like I feel like some people still use this like low key. It actually isn't that bad. It really isn't that bad, to be honest. But yeah, still, because it's a common, we're gonna pop it in C tier. Pipe isn't bad either as well if you're a sword main, not bad as well. Maze and the axe. The axe actually isn't bad, so I put it at the highest D tier. Tashi blade, I feel like everything here is gonna get like a solid C tier for me. The triple katana, the golden spear, sharp blade, the pole, and ooh, Anubis's axe is actually really good to bind you. Some people use it for combos because it's a PvP sword, but people use it for combos on enemies and stuff. So I'm gonna give it a B tier. Don't really see much for using it though, but B tier. Sunken blade, I'll give this a solid C tier as well. C tier. Again, if you see me putting something in C tier, it doesn't mean the sword is bad. It just means that compared to the other swords, it really isn't that good, to be honest. Kyoru, V1 obviously, Big One blade, kind of garbage, but still C tier. Adventurous Knights is actually pretty good, B tier. Demon Trident. I'm just skipping past these swords because low key, some of these swords are so useless. Like you get them in your inventory, you never use them. Demon Trident, not bad, to be honest. I'm gonna give it the highest B tier because you need it for CBs B2. No, you need it for what's this called? Fishman B2, my bad. My correction. So I'm gonna give it the highest B tier just because it's a requirement for race progression quest. You gotta kill like 4 CBs or 8 CBs and 4 Hydras or something like that with the Demon Trident. So there's that. The Gravity Blade actually isn't bad. I'm gonna give this a B tier, to be honest. Now we get into the actual swords that you guys use, and mind you, I've been very lenient with these rankings for the lower tier swords. Alright, this is for new players as well as people who are just really good at the game. Hellblade, easy A tier. I feel like low key, probably the easiest sword you can get as soon as you enter second C. It's like a 10% chance from Odin. Odin spawns every like hour or so. Really easy. Metal Trident. And they also nerfed the HP SMB bosses, so that's really good as well. Metal Trident, mid B tier, to be honest. I don't see people using it. Authentic Mace, I feel that if you still Kaido farm, this is also a really good sword as well. Especially purely Tempest Stone, this sword is really good, so easy A tier to be honest. Fetus Blade V1, not a bad sword at all. I'm gonna put it above Authentic Mace in A tier. That's V1. And obviously, Fetus Blade V2, one of the higher DPS swords in the game. Pretty sure it's still meta, but it was very meta to run with Magma. If you're going for solely DPS, it was really, really, really good. The Cookie Sword. Okay. Apollos. It's garbage. Satyrs of Flame, another easy S tier to be honest. A really good sword, it heals, and if you put the life stone on it as well, I'm pretty sure it like heals more, no? I could be incorrect. Soul Keen, a really good sword for PvP. I said it isn't for PvP, though this is PvE. But it's a really good sword for PvP, and if you wanna like, if you're like grinding like singular NPCs, I feel like you can gather with this, you can stun with it and everything. So if you're using Magma or any fruit for DPS, and you're just stunning with the Soul Keen, pretty good. Daybreak, Cleaver, I really don't have much to say about any of these swords that you really like get from like Kraken. Sorry. Yeah, that you get from Hydras. Apart from the Satyrs of Flame, everything else is just kind of buns. So, gonna put Daylight Breaker Cleaver in C tier. I know a lot of people are gonna have a lot to say about that, but Aquatic Anchor is probably like low B tier. Aquatic Anchor is not bad. You can use it if you like. Another easy sword to get that you can get as a low level, probably Dragon Standard. With the little random events that happen around you, something strange is happening around you. Very easy to obtain. I'm gonna give this a nice little B tier to be honest. It isn't a bad sword, but I feel for it that like, if you want this sword to fully peak, you need, and I repeat, you need allies that do damage. Because the main thing of this sword is like is like a self-healing sword. So you heal yourself with the amount of damage that your allies do, which is a really good, interesting mechanic. I'm not gonna lie. Kyoru V2, another easy S tier. By far better than this. If paired, let's put this here. If it's paired with Control. If it's not paired with Control and you have this by itself, low key probably like a high B tier, low A tier. I just need to get that out of the way. This is with Control. I'm rating this with. I have it above Phoenix Blade V2 with Control. Alright. Muramasa, a really mid sword to be honest. I'll probably give it like a easy high B tier. Some people will argue that it's an A tier, like a low A tier as well. But I have it down here. I think that is the proper position for it. Especially after I'm finished like actually putting these swords where they belong, I think that this is a really good position for the sword. Authentic triple katana. Not too sure if this is a V1 or a V2. There is a V2 for the ATK, I believe. But I'm not seeing a V2 here in this tier list, so I'll have to rank it all together. So ATK V1, highest B tier sword. ATK V2, I'm gonna give that highest A tier. Actually, so V1 is like low A tier, and then V2 is high A tier. Is it enough to get an S? Some people would argue that it belongs in S, but to me, the nerfs have killed this sword. Like, the constant rewards that have been failing is too much, to be honest. Saber V1, B tier. Underneath the Muramasa, to be honest. Oh yeah, the Muramasa also has a V2. V2 Muramasa belongs like low A tier, by the way. I just thought I had to point that out. Saber V2. Saber V2, really good bounty sword. I wouldn't say it's really worth getting. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in S tier though. Low S tier. Not really much to say about the V2. The V2 is extremely hard to get if you guys suck at PvP. So there's that. Acroscythe, I feel like this is a really good A tier sword. You get it from CBs, Hydras, mostly events relating to anything with CBs and Hydra, to be honest. The Longeva sword you get it from Gold Ship. This sword in its prime used to do so much damage, but now it's just kind of mid. You know what I mean? But it's still an A tier sword though. Don't get me wrong, it's still pretty decent for grinding. The Avalon Blade, I feel this is a sword you can get early on as well. Probably a high B tier, to be honest. This sword is by itself kind of mid, But you know, for lower ranked players, if you get this early on, I feel like low key you should keep it and use it to grind. But you'd already see a lot of people using swords by themselves. But you usually see like a max sword stat and a max fruit stat. You feel me? I don't know. Acro spear, easy highest A tier, I do believe. I would put it in S because it is better than Saber V2 in my opinion. But I'm gonna keep it here for now. All right, we're gonna keep this for now. We're gonna come back. Also, I'm not adding any battle pass swords to this list for my own sake. The ethereal sword, easy A tier as well. You get this from the Red Eye Ape or whatever his name is. Reptile Slayer as well. Not a S tier, but also a really actually. Is it better than nah? It's not better than Acro Spear. Honestly, I feel if I put this in S tier, I have to move up the rest of these swords and put them in S tier as well. I'm gonna put it right underneath the 80k. Reptile Slayer is kind of mid, honestly. For grinding and everything, it's kind of mid. Same thing with Missile Crabats, to be honest, kind of mid. Dawnbreaker, one of the highest DPS swords in the game. If you're talking about Dawnbreaker, if you're just comparing swords by themselves, then Dawnbreaker takes the lead over Kyoro V2. I feel like max upgraded, and with the Tempest Stone, it does so much damage. But if we're talking with control, maybe this. I don't know. I'll keep it like this for now, though. I think Dawnbreaker is really good. Hunter Blade, I personally never used this, but from everyone who's used it, I would give it an S tier above Saber. I don't know. I just feel like it belongs there. I'm not too sure. Let me know why I got tweak with the list, to be honest. Nightblade V1 is kind of dookie water. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe not that dookie water. Maybe not that dookie water. Probably B tier, a low B tier to be honest. But V2 is pretty decent A tier sword though. Not gonna lie. Is it worth having? No. But do you want it to be flats? That should be the question. I have to ask. Do you want it to be flats? The Blood Moon Twins. Another really high damaging sword. If we're talking about Kyoro V2 with control, then it's below this for sure. But if we're talking about swords by themselves, I would reckon that is above Dawnbreaker. Actually, with Tempest Stone and everything, I think the Blood Moon Twins do more damage. But you guys could always like fact chat me on that, to be honest. So let's go over here and show you guys real quick. They both have the same stone, and they're both max upgraded. So let's see what's going on here. Z 26,000, how much? 26,000. Let's just run it off to 26k, and then 48k. All right, I feel like I hit like everybody there with this one move though. Yeah, I hit so much things with this one move. I think it has like a full EOD attack. Alright, let's go again. And then 23k. So 26k and 23k. That's like 49k. Yeah, so 49k per attack. Alright, let's fact check it real quick because it's honestly a really like it's so close, honestly. Genuinely so close. Oh, I missed the move and I had like a lag spike. Ew. Lag spike. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to hit 2 NPCs, bro. Can I just use one move without like having to like hit the other one? Like, come on. Huh? Where did my attack go? Why is King Legacy moving so laggy, bro? Look at this. I can't like. Okay, the internet disconnected. Cool. But I do think that the Dawnbreaker does more though. I'm not gonna lie. I do think that the Dawnbreaker does do more damage. But yeah, Dragon Fangs. Ooh. S tier. I'm not too sure if they are better than these two swords, but I see everyone wanting these over the two of these, so I'm gonna assume that they're better. And then last but not least, well, actually pretty least to be honest, low A tiers for that, low A tier for this. I feel like Pumpkin Smasher is better than the Sweet Blade. Bone Scythe, S tier, higher S tier to be honest. I see a lot of people using it. Yeah, that is the list. That is the list. I'm not too sure though if it's the case. If it wasn't for the lag spike, I would still try to show you guys the comparison and damage between the Blood Moon Twins and the Dawnbreaker. But this is my tier list for the swords. If you hate it, then bite me. I'm joking. But if you guys don't like the tier list and you guys think there's something that can change about the tier list, obviously you guys can always let me know. I'm always open to you guys. Give me your opinions on the tier list, so you guys can always be respectful in the comments below, and I would make the tweaks to suit. But I don't think there's anything wrong with this list, to be honest. I think everything belongs where it belongs. Strictly because they're either like really like underwhelming for the type of sword it is, or just that there are better options to use. Alright, but anyways guys, that is going to be the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy, be sure. Why am I in a public server now? Okay. Alright, I guess I want to do the outro on King Legacy, so it is whatever. But yeah, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So yeah. Peace.